The MLB is once again terrified of the Boston Red Sox. After a 5-game win streak and a sweep of the Houston Astros, the Red Sox are dangerously close to having the best record in all of the American League and look to have an even better record down the stretch. Welcome into Red Sox Digest, everybody. I'm Jace Andrews. This is a joyous show because the Red Sox, they're looking like top-tier competitors. And while we may have not done a lot in the MLB trade deadline, it seems like it may not actually matter. Now, Joe Ryan would have been nice, but we have Cooper Criswell. He's at home doing the amazing things that we saw him do on Friday. And listen, I'm going to be my first to put my hand up. I did not expect Cooper Criswell to do that, but here we sit, a sweep of the Houston Astros, and I could not be more excited. Even the MLB getting in on the action with a little morning win here for the Boston Red Sox, winning a 6-1 contest against, once again, Framber Valdez, who was a top-tier pitcher, and the Red Sox got to him. A little bit of luck, but they put the ball in play. That's what matters. Now, we'll talk about a couple of different things in today's show, but do want to say if you are new and you are not subscribed, my friend, today is the day because I guarantee you hit that subscribe button. The Red Sox are going to win more games. The Red Sox are going to win the AL East if you hit that subscribe button. It's 100%. It's a universal fact. You subscribe to Red Sox Digest, you're subscribing to the Red Sox winning the American League East. Let's talk about this win streak and what to expect for the Boston Red Sox down the stretch. Want to put up a couple things here when we look at the wild card standing. We can see the Boston Red Sox are 2.5 games up on the, let's say the lowest competitor, which would be the Seattle Mariners, and then of course the Rangers are a game back of that. So in theory, the Red Sox have a 3.5 game cushion in the wild card positionment. They're now a full game above the New York Yankees, and at the time of this filming, there are plenty of games to be left played this Sunday, so some of these standings may be changed just a tad bit. Now that's the wild card. I also want to look at the American League because the Red Sox are 3.5 game backs of having the best record in the American League, held by right now the Toronto Blue Jays and the Detroit Tigers. And in the same breath, what division do the Toronto Blue Jays play in? That would be the AL East. So in theory, and by this, we can see that the Boston Red Sox are 3.5 games out of leading the American League East, something they have not done in a long time. I believe the last time they were leading was back in 2021. Now, they haven't won it since 2018. What happened in 2018 was a beautiful experience of my childhood. I would love for the Red Sox to go on a run and to be the team that we have been expecting them all year. They had the 10-game win streak. We were feeling good, going high, went in the All-Star break, and unfortunately, I'm not going to say you came out flat because you played some top-tier competitors in the Philadelphia Phillies and the Chicago Cubs. But you still ended up losing in both those series, and combined on the road trip went 2-4. But since then, they've composed themselves, and they've done some fantastic things. They took 2 out of 3 of the Los Angeles Dodgers, a team who, again, are the World Series reigning champions. At the time, they were struggling, but the Red Sox, what they did is they took advantage of it. The Phillies were struggling, and they weren't able to win 2 out of 3 there. Now, then they went to Minnesota, and what should have been a sweep, I will say that, but still, they took care of business before the MLB trade deadline. Craig Breslow then decided he was not going to do anything, which I've said my piece on that. There's no reason for me to get back into it. And then you come out and you sweep the Houston Astros. This is a fantastic little run here for the Boston Red Sox as they recompose themselves after the All-Star break, because going back even further into the early parts of July, you're taking out the Rockies and the Nationals, who are not good teams, and there was a lot of questions about the Red Sox and whether or not that was going to be a continuable pattern when they faced better teams. And at first, it was looking like no, because they lost 2 out of 3 of the Cubs. They lost 2 out of 3 of the Phillies. And then you had the Dodgers, who, again, leading the division. They were able to take 2 out of 3 from them. The Twins are nothing to scoff at. They're not good at all, so really should have swept, whatever. And then the Houston Astros, a team who, for whatever reason, we can't seem to take down. No, not we, but baseball as a whole. They lose people, and somehow they're still leading the American League West. And now you look down the stretch, and you've got the Royals, the Padres, who are good, the Astros once again in Houston this time, And then in Fenway Park, you have the Marlins and the Orioles. Now, the Marlins have been playing some great ball as of late. Please take out the New York Yankees. That'd be great. The Orioles have not. And then you have a critical 4-game set. I have 3 of the 4 there in the picture there. 4-game set against the New York Yankees. There's also a Pittsburgh Pirates series down the stretch and a lot of stuff for the Boston Red Sox to look at. This is a schedule going forward. Yes, it was one that was going to be tough starting off, and the strength of schedule was high in the second half. But you have gotten through a little bit of a gauntlet here with the Astros, the Dodgers, the Phillies, and the Cubs, and you are now 3.5 games back. The Yankees continue to fall. The Blue Jays continue to fall, and you have guys that are doing crazy things. Like, in my opinion, I know Nick Kurtz is looking like he's going to win it, but the Boston Red Sox Rookie of the Year for sure, Roman Anthony. Got that batting average up to like 283, OPS north of 800. He has a significant amount of at-bats. He's 21 years old, and he is going to be a piece of this team for a long, long time. And if he keeps playing like this, I'm going to need an extension done immediately. He has been a contributing factor day in and day out. He has been put into a leadoff position and has contributed there. He has been moved from left and right and has contributed there. Roman Anthony is here to stay and to absolutely make the rest of the league quiver when they see him step up to bat. The Red Sox, it's their superstar for the next at least 6 years. And if Craig Breslow knows anything holy and good, he would get Roman Anthony on a contract right now. I know he's in his first year. I know he doesn't want to agree to it, but you look at him and you say here, 6 years, $400 million. You tell me no to that. You tell me no. First year guy, you tell me no to $400 million. I don't know if it would happen. Lots to talk about, though. Roman Anthony is just a piece of this puzzle. Obviously, a couple other guys that I do want to mention, but sticking with Roman Anthony, 283 is the average right now. Started off slow, and we can kind of see in his last 30 games a 348 average, slugging at .500. And then in his last 7 games, a 370 average, 485 OBP, and a slugging percentage of .519. And, of course, I'll throw it back up there because it deserves the time of day. The walk-off that we get to see from Roman Anthony. That was a beautiful day. First walk-off of many, hopefully, for him. And in the Fenway greens, too. What I should start by saying, the walk-off greens. And then there's also one other guy that I believe deserves some praise. And that is Trevor mother-freaking Story, man. 293 on base. This guy who has been injured and beaten down through his entire Red Sox career. These stats are fantastic. 65 RBI leading the American League, 22 walks and 411 at-bats, 18 stolen bases, has not been caught yet. Now, he does strike out, 125 strikeouts, but if this tells you anything, during the Minnesota Twins series, Trevor Story struck out 2 times in Game 1. That second strikeout tied him with the team-leading strikeouts. You know who led the team in strikeouts? Rafael Devers, who had not been on the team for 4 weeks, 5 weeks at the time. I'm fine with whatever Trevor's got going on. And you talk about the recent success of Roman, you have to talk about the recent success of Trevor Story. This was a graphic they put up today on Roku. Again, why are we playing on Roku and Apple TV? I don't know, but either way, 300 average, 11 home runs, 46 RBI, leading the AL since June 1st, an 886 OPS. 886 OPS. This is the Trevor Story that we signed 4 or 5 years ago. This is the Trevor Story we wanted to have for the past 4 or 5 years. The Red Sox finally have him. And now we look at this schedule and think, okay, the Royals, we've taken down them. We have them in Fenway too, where we have been winning. Padres are doing great. We had to go to San Diego. Then we got to travel to Houston. No break there. Got to go back and face the same Astros we just beat. Marlins and Orioles, teams in Fenway that we should beat. The Yankees, a big 4-game series and a series against the Pirates. I will say this with all confidence. There is a very real shot that when August ends, and we, again, just started it, the Boston Red Sox are leading the American League East. And no one would be surprised because the Yankees, knowing that they were 10 games above us at one point, and now we have passed them, are shivering. They're shaking in their boots. They're making the dumb errors. Now, we're shifting in momentum. We're making the smart plays, and things are falling the Boston Red Sox way. We appreciate each and every single one of you watching these videos. It's a time to be alive for Red Sox fans across the nation. And if you're one of those, hit that subscribe button and join us for our ride. We'll see you next time here on Red Sox Digest, everybody. Peace out.